Hello and welcome to the 16th episode of the 86 podcast, hosted by Brandon, aka Swag Rabbit, myself, Nate from Flat Crank Autocross. That's right, I made a new YouTube channel. Subscribe. Today, Honda and Nissan take steps to integrate their product lines, while Mazda might be lining up sights on its own foot. Meanwhile, Maserati proves you can always put lipstick on a pig, and Polestar gets banned. But first, the Luce. The Ferrari Luce. You know, Ferrari is offering a wonderful promotion with this car. Free, unlimited charging. And the way they managed to make that work is they took a generator and they hooked it up to old man Enzo's coffin. Infinite power for these pieces of shit.
Yeah, because Enzo's never going to stop rolling in his grave over the fact that they fucking shit all over his good name with this car.
Oh, yeah. And this is fucking cathartic, if you agree with us. So there's a collector, you'd probably know him on Instagram. He's Speedy Jeff. Jeff Chang. He collects hypercars. Good for him. He's doing well in his life. He's living my best life. And a sales consultant reached out to him and said, "Hey, let me I'll read this out because we have the thing. Excuse me, I forgot Discord. I always forget to put that in streamer mode. Fuck off, because I don't want people getting pegs. So, hi, Jeffrey. Will you F off? Hi, Jeffrey. Now that Ferrari has introduced the all-new Luce to the world, we are reaching out to a select group of Ferrari owners and electric vehicle enthusiasts who may appreciate an early opportunity to secure this exciting new model. While the Luce represents a new chapter for Ferrari, one thing remains... It represents a new chapter for Ferrari. That's fucking ominous. One thing remains unchanged.
Yeah, I know, right?
One thing remains unchanged, the driving experience. Somehow I doubt that. From its exceptional handling compared to...
It's an egg. I don't care how it handles.
Exceptional compared to what? A skid steer?
Yeah, really.
And responsiveness to the connection it destroys between driver and machine. I'm just editorializing this point. Once behind the wheel, you will immediately recognize the essence of Ferrari and cry, wondering where it went. The Luce represents Ferrari's vision for the future. Oh God, no! While maintaining the performance, innovation, and exclusivity. Oh, this is gonna be fucking exclusive, whether you want it to be or not. Expected from the prancing horse. Its philosophy is simple. Ferrari forever. Well, not at this rate. The Luce is not an electric car that happens to be a Ferrari. It is a Ferrari that just happens to be electric.
No, it's an electric car that they tried to badge as a Ferrari, but it's not. It's a fucking Prius!
At this stage, we are simply identifying those who would like to learn more about the vehicle, the ordering process, and potential allocation opportunities. A brand new mental institution has opened up just down the road, and they're taking applicants now. Is the Ferrari Luce something you would consider adding to your collection or garage? In other words, did COVID hit you hard and you no longer have any sense of taste? If so, I'd be delighted to share any additional details, blah, 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 nobody cares. Except this guy who cared enough to write a snarky response, which I respect.
Please, where's the response? I want word for word. Where is this thing?
Is this just had to send a reply? Oh, okay. So here's the reply.
Oh my God, he fucking paragraphed them. Oh.
You honestly have to be kidding me, Lee. I wouldn't be caught dead in this thing. I'm almost embarrassed for Ferrari sales consultants worldwide, including yourself. Having to try to sell this abomination is a task I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. The Luce isn't worthy of a Hyundai or Kia badge, let alone a Ferrari badge. It's an absolute joke on so many levels that it's literally unfathomable a group of Italians, arguably some of the best automotive designers in the world, okay, I'll argue that, but beyond the point, could approve something so completely un-Italian. The only customers who will buy this car are those who want to be good little boys and girls and play the Ferrari allocation game. I, for one, wouldn't drive this thing if it were free. It's embarrassing as a design, and it's even more so when it costs over $700,000 to buy costs over $700,000 by the time you factor in tax and registration. For that kind of money, you could buy the very best EVs from Tesla, Rivian, and Lucid, and still have enough left over to charter a private jet for an incredible vacation anywhere in the world. What a joke. I'm genuinely sorry that you have to participate in this farce. And by all means, feel free to share this email with anyone at Ferrari. They deserve to hear it.
Somebody rich enough to do anything he wants in the world says, I would rather buy EVs from every other VEV company and then take a fucking vacation. Oh my God.
The part that's funny about me is the response. There are people dick sucking this stupid piece of shit online. And the line that I hear over and over again is, oh, well, you're not rich enough to afford it anyways. It's only people who could never buy it who are complaining about it. This is a guy who collects supercars. Like, he collects them. Like fucking Pokemon cards. He's got the money to buy whatever the fuck he wants, and he doesn't want it. Yeah. You gotta call him a brokey? Dumbasses.
I'm looking up his collection right now. Yeah. Now, he can afford anything he wants. Highlights of the collection. Koenigsegg Agera RS and a Koenigsegg CCX. Both of those are $1 million cars at this point. He can afford effectively anything he wants. Watch them email a couple of the richer YouTubers that have car channels like the Hamilton collection, and Hamilton will give them the same fucking response. He'll probably try to be a little bit nicer about it, but I guarantee you he'll make a YouTube about it, like a YouTube video about this car is never going in my garage.
Yeah, talk about living my best life. What the fuck? Damn, bro's doing well for himself. That being said, yeah. I don't care how much it costs. I do not like these wheels. I think they look disgusting.
Those wheels are like, dude, they took those wheels straight off like the early 2010 fucking Gallardos and shit. That's what they were putting on the Gallardos and the Murcielagos back in the day.
The line that just absolutely cooked. Bro set his kitchen on fire with this. The Luce isn't worthy of a Hyundai or Kia badge, let alone a Ferrari badge. My fucking hero. I love it.
Only customers who will buy this car are those who want to be good little boys and girls and play the Ferrari allocation game. I, for one, wouldn't be caught dead.
Yeah, and
it's a fucking Prius with a Ferrari badge and an interior that you wish was in anything else.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Just, it looks like that. What more do I have to say? The only thing I potentially like about it is the little front wing in the front fascia. I'm a fan of that design, but not on this.
I can't believe they would be dumb enough to start contacting people and asking them if they want this car. Like it's some kind of... Ferrari has this game going on. It's a long-time game where you have to fucking buy a bunch of cars that nobody wants off the Ferrari list from dealers to get the really good shit, to get on the list for the really good shit. People that wanted the last hypercar they made had to buy like 7 of the nobody wants them cars, like the Roma. And shit like that.
Ferrari's thing right now is they're claiming that's not true about this one. Oh, we're not making anyone buy this car in order to get better cars. Well, you're not putting it in words. You're not.
This is going to be one of the cars.
You're not putting it in words. Oh, you have to buy this car to get these cars. But everybody knows, right, that like there's an allocation list, and you move up the list by buying more shit. So probably in 20 years, there's going to be a whole bunch of these with like double-digit miles on them, just sitting there. They don't even work anymore from people who wanted the top shit.
I don't think Ferrari makes anything with the intention of it being one of the lesser liked models. I think they make them all with the intention of them being somewhat unavailable to normal people, and then you have to be on the collector's list to get them. And then these cars naturally end up there. This is going to be the car where they're going to be like, we're going to need you to own like 4 of these to get on the list for the next hypercar, please.
And
otherwise, there's no chance you're getting on the list.
And the problem is, though, you're getting on the list for what? Because again, I must stress, and I quote, the Luce represents Ferrari's vision for the future. So you are buying this so that you can get on the list for more crap like this.
And why don't we go ahead and look up Lamborghini's next release and McLaren's next releases while we're at it, shall we? So that we can see what the future of companies that may not collapse look like. Lamborghini's newest upcoming vehicle.
I don't track supercars.
Yeah. So Lamborghini has the Aventador successor. I think that just came out, and they're about to come out with the newest Urus, and the Urus has been super popular, but they're not making anything look like an egg.
16th August 2025. This plug-in hybrid, 29 examples, but you know, this probably represents the future of Lamborghini, and it has a V12.
That's a beautiful car.
It's goddamn, it's goddamn gorgeous. It looks fantastic. It's got a V12. So it probably sounds fantastic too. I mean, they named it in English the Phenomenon. Like, oh, I love it.
And look at the body lines.
Ooh.
And then, so the next McLaren is called the W1. So go ahead and look up that real quick.
Oh.
Gold wing doors. Looks like the P1, spiritual successor. It looks like a cross between the P1 and the Hennessy Venom is what that looks like. With gold wings. That's fucking phenomenal. And now go back to the Luce.
I need to sit on this interior for a second if I can fucking find the pic. I hate websites that do this shit. Stop doing this. Just give me the goddamn photos.
The slow load, yeah.
Yeah, the engineering on this is beautiful. Yeah. So this is a car that, like, you actually, that is nice. And then that Fisher Price piece of shit.
It gets worse when you show it next to everything else that's being made, bro. It's real
bad.
You
know what? Like 2 minutes ago, the thought did come into my head. If it had a Kia badge on it, I probably wouldn't think it looked that bad. And then I looked at the W1, and now I don't like it.
This is a Prius. You sell it the same. You slap a fucking, it's the Toyota badge, and then you make it the same. Nobody would know the fucking difference. Nobody on earth could tell you the difference between this car and a Prius if they were put next to each other and debadged.
And
that's how bad this shit is.
I don't hate parts of the interior. I think the way they set up the controls is good. I've talked about it even before we knew they were getting jammed in this.
Yes, we had a while back. Whole thing on that. This is the new Ferrari interior. We're not showing you the exterior yet. And we both said that's a wonderful interior. We both wish they'd go back to old school gauges and all that shit, but that one was stripped out enough and fucking it looked good.
Yeah.
It's in this.
I cannot wait to buy one of these. Super depreciated. Like, take it off my hands prices, you know, and like 10 years from now, when it's like 20 grand in today's money, nobody wants it, literally rotting away. And I will put Toyota badges on it. I will actually put Toyota badges on it and like a Prius
you're
thing
gonna
on it.
Shoot into the ground if fucking Ferrari is still a company by then, because the last person that rebadged a fucking Ferrari got hella fucked up. I'm honestly
if Ferrari's still a company,
If okay, never mind.
Like, they're doing pretty good today, but nope, nope.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. In like a couple of weeks, once this actually comes out and they start getting, or not weeks, but like when they start selling this thing and the numbers for how many people are actually interested in buying them start coming in, the fucking Ferrari stock price is gonna crash. And I would say there's a very good chance that they're going to start making good cars after that, hopefully, if they can survive it. But that might be a good time to get back into the stock. Might. There's a 50-50 chance they collapse.
Or I could just keep doing what I normally do, which is completely ignore Ferrari, because I don't care. I care when they do ugly shit like this, and I care when they do beautiful shit. And other than that, I don't follow the company.
The only Ferraris I'd ever buy are fucking used and sold through fucking exotic dealers. Not Ferrari dealers. Just like, fucking regular goddamn used car dealers. Like, I want a 458. I've always wanted a 458. Fucking beautiful car.
Yes.
The rest of it I don't care about.
It is. Okay, moving on. So, the Honda Nissan buyout shit that they've been going back and forth on. It looks like, so correct me if I'm wrong, Honda tried to buy Nissan like a year or so ago.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. Let me fact check that. I know there was a major Japanese car brand thing that, so it was Honda trying to buy Nissan, and it fell through. Part of why it fell through, I suspect, is that Renault owns 15% of Nissan, and Renault has been fucking with them. But undeterred, Honda and Nissan are now pursuing a closer partnership. So Honda's still trying to acquire Nissan, and Nissan still very much wants to be acquired by Honda. They're just kind of being roundabout about it, because they can't actually do it.
It amazes me how inconsistent France is, by the way. The French want to be fucking Mr. Oh, I'm not involved in this when it comes to war, but when it comes to business, they sure are aggressive motherfuckers, aren't they?
Yeah, that's a way of putting it. This honestly looks kind of like they just, neither company's really doing super well. I mean, Honda's doing better. Nissan's struggling. But it sounds like they kind of just want to merge and hope that the combined entity will be stronger than the sum of its parts. I hope so, because some stuff they make's kind of nice. So the first step in this is that Hyundai, Nissan, and Mitsubishi models, in as much as Mitsubishi still makes anything, are now going to, or in 2027, no, 2029 or 2030, so not that soon, will start kind of using a joint ECU architecture and use shared ECUs, which is a great way to
which I could actually say is a good.
Oh yeah,
that's a great way to cut down cost. It's good because then you can just use like the aftermarket thing is going to be way easier. So there will be more demand for the cars because the aftermarket's bigger from that standpoint.
Yeah, it's great for the aftermarket for motoring enthusiasts who want to be able to work on their cars, tune their cars, and now, like, you can share software and even hardware, some hardware, between these cars. I can see them starting to dig deeper and deeper into each other's parts bins, which will be good. Parts commonality is always a good thing. Mostly always a good thing.
I want Honda to acquire Nissan, then Nissan to go through with getting the Silvia back, and that to convince Honda to give the S2K another chance.
Yeah. I can see it happening too, assuming Renault doesn't fuck it up. Renault may have recently...
Renault shouldn't be a company anymore.
They have apparently influenced shareholders to reject Nissan's proposal to appoint a new director. Is literally sabotaging this company to cut down on competition, which is weird because in Europe they compete. In the American market, Renault doesn't exist. So fuck you. We like our Nissans here, kind of ish. I mean, they make the ultimate shitbox, so...
Hey, they also make the 370Z.
That
and
is
this
true.
new Z and the fucking GTRs there, which I think they just cut off, but they have a spiritual successor in the work for the GTRs. We love Nissans. We just don't love the truck
or the,
you know what I mean? It's like the truck or the SUVs. We like the sports cars. Keep them coming.
I wouldn't say I like the Ultima, but I will say I respect the Ultima. It really is the ultimate shitbox. You can do a lot of things to it and it'll keep going.
Yeah, they need if they're gonna keep the Ultima around, then they need to have the high trim and bring back the Maxima.
This image alone is why we need to keep Nissan alive, because that's gorgeous.
Yup.
Honda, posted a loss of $2.6 billion for the year ending in March, last year, basically. Honda says that they cannot beat emerging forces within 3 years. Our four-wheel business will be in trouble. Yeah, that's true, because the car industry is getting shaken the fuck up.
Honestly, what car companies need to be preparing for right now is they need to find a way to make themselves not fail in the event of a crash, because there will be one. Right now, you need to do protective shit.
You also need to find a way to get the fuck out of EVs without just losing everything, because you poured everything into them and it turned out that was not a great bet. Young people
How many batteries did they make? And let's find a way to convert those to be like emergency power generators. Emergency power storage.
What was it we had the article about in one of the previous episodes? Chevy or GM doing that?
It was GM. Yeah, it was GM making storage batteries. Honestly, I could see the entire market doing that with all the extra batteries they've made.
So hey, Honda, there you go. There's a top gear top tip. It just rolls off the tongue. I'm sorry.
We're gonna get copyright struck.
So not much more to say other than interesting movements in that space. I'd be curious to see if they do fully merge and kind of become, I guess it would be Honda-Nissan. Honda-Nissan, or Nissan-Honda. It kind of rolls off the tongue. And then we can have, as long as we have the Silvia and the S2K back, really just the Silvia, just give us back the Silvia. I'll take the Z.
Everybody wants the Silvia. Oh, yeah. Hey, the Z's are nice. I still want a 370 over this new one, but the new ones are pretty good.
The new ones are slimmer. The 370, maybe it's just because I've been spoiled by my 8.6, but the 370s feel like chunky to me.
They do feel a little bit chunky, but when it comes to the wheel, like the...
oh, they're fucking fast. Oh, God, they're quick.
They're fast. They're 300 horsepower, but also they're a lot shorter.
Yeah.
They feel chunky because of the way it's rounded at the back end.
Yeah, it really is just the back end. It's just big. Yeah.
But if somebody gave me one of these to race in like a racing series or just like go have fun with, absolutely every fucking time.
You know, GR Cup meet Z Cup. Ooh, that's a great name. Okay, so this is one of those stories that's a rumor of a rumor, but it's a fairly well-founded rumor of a rumor. So, the title's a bit provocative. Like I said, rumor of a rumor. The real headline is, so the head of Mazda Australia said a visiting executive from Mazda, not Mazda Australia, confirmed they're making a new generation of the Miata, which makes sense. The fourth gen's been out for a while. Here's the new fifth gen. I'm looking forward to it. I'd love to see what they do with it. Little bit concerning because he says that the executive, so again, rumor of a rumor, hinted at it being the last one to come with a real engine, and also that the next generation might be a hybrid.
Which,
God, I hope
honestly, is so opposite of what the rest of fucking Japan is doing with the information that the U.S. market is like going the right way now.
It's the opposite of what a fucking Miata is.
That is also true, but here's the thing, like, you have Toyota and Nissan both going, the next cars are going to be full ICEs, and you know, we're putting a V8 in the next sports car and this and that, and then Mazda goes, we're gonna make the last one, or we're gonna make the next one the last ICE, and we're gonna go hybrid or electric or blah, 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 blah.
I almost wonder if this was deliberately leaked to gauge popular response, and popular response so far has been, as you might imagine, somewhat negative, because hybrid powertrain in a Miata, why would you do that? Aside from, as they do mention, they say fully electric MX-5 may no longer be optional due to CO2 legislation in key markets like Europe. Oh god, I really wish automakers had the balls to just say, we're not going to sell cars in Europe. Make Europe the next Cuba, like everyone's driving around in 40-year-old bullshit because we're just, your standards are ridiculous. We'll take the hit on sales. We're just not playing your stupid games. But they're not going to do that. I mean, it sucks for European car enthusiasts, but sucks to suck. What annoys me is that
you have three of the most popular brands in Europe just say they're no longer selling in Europe anymore because, and directly name the fucking reasons why as your legislation. Your fucking leaders don't want to work with us at all, and it's just stupid and not profitable to be here, and there'll be a riot in a week. This shit'll be repealed in 3 months.
I wouldn't mind these stupid standards if they weren't inflicted on the rest of us. I don't see how, especially like, so the allegation is that they're going to put the 2.5 liter Skyactiv Z engine in. So it's going to have a bigger engine, which is going to weigh more. It says they want to add mild hybrid assistance. So you're going to be adding an electric motor and a battery and all the hardware to support that, but you want it to be less than a ton.
So you're putting a bigger engine in it with electronic assists that are going to be heavy, and you have to meet modern crash standards. I just don't, dude, I just don't see it. I mean, unless you're going to be using airplane parts, and then this thing is going to cost twice as much as any other Miata.
Unless you're literally just going to build it as a tube frame chassis, which would be interesting to see, I will grant, a tube frame production car, but they're not gonna. I'm hesitant to give any credence to this, because again, it seems a little bit, I don't know if that's a thing they even can do, but if they're going to try, I mean, it on the bright side, it'll stop people bitching about the third gen, because now we will have another generation of Miata that is bigger and fatter and heavier and less Miata-y, which I also don't know how you're going to keep the spirit of the Miata, the driving experience, the very raw, connected experience with a hybrid powertrain, because you can't.
And this last generation of Miatas that we're currently in before this new one comes out, they're still beautiful cars. Like, they're fun little cars. That is gorgeous to me. It's a good looking car.
Yeah.
It's not like the old ones, but since when is anything?
I still like the NC1, but that's because I'm insane. But yeah, something to keep an eye on, putting a pin in it for now, but I really hope that this is just them trying to shotgun, in advance, in the early design stages of the next generation, just shotgun ideas by leaking them to the public and see what sticks. And I hope they don't think this one's going to stick, because...
Well, and the fact that we still haven't gotten a successor to the RX-7 is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah. Also, why the fuck?
Fucking the Miata.
Now that I think about it, why put a 2.5 liter engine in a Miata? Why? 2 liters fine.
Yeah.
You've got a 2 liter, it makes 180 horsepower, it's got room for expansion. Why? You don't need a bigger engine and more weight on the front wheels. No, it's dumb.
You want to, it sounds like they really want to start experimenting with bigger engines. That's, you
In a
had
Miata?
bigger platforms. Like, yeah, no, like Mazda wants to start fucking doing shit with bigger engines. Apparently, that's what this looks like. But they only have the one platform to do it on, and apparently they're too pussy to bring back the other ones.
Yeah.
Like they had platforms that were made for this. They had the fucking RX-7s. The RX-8s were, are kind of a cult classic now. You could do something.
Make something new.
Fucking bring back a rotary, please. Dear God, I can't speak. Bring back a rotary. We need the rotary. We need one rotary to exist at all times.
Yeah, because it's not like there hasn't been any innovation in the space.
That's true. I mean, fucking the people that are running rotaries now, rotaries are a lot more robust than they used to be. They break down a lot less.
They consume a lot less oil. They're nicer to run. The apex seals are easier to replace.
Fucking aftermarket shops have been improving on rotary technology since they canceled the making of rotaries.
Yeah.
In new cars.
Actually, I think Mazda still does put rotaries in cars. What's their modern? Because I remember something about this. I'm doing a little bit of quick research.
Fucking wankle.
Oh yeah, so they did, at least as of 2023, put rotaries in that.
Yeah, but that's not what rotaries are for.
Yeah,
rotaries are meant to fucking rev out like crazy high and then fucking use in sports cars.
Don't know why.
You don't need like a crazy 4-rotor, 5-rotor engine in a sports car. Some people have built them and they're fucking nuts, and listening to them is aggressive as fuck. But like a 2-rotor and 3-rotor RX-7, so good.
So that's all I've got. I'm kind of with you. I think it would be nice for them to bring back the RXs, but I think they also just need it. They need a third sports car. They need the Miata, which has got to be small and nippy and cheap and 2-liter engine at most. They need the RX, the RX-9, we'll call it, with the wild, crazy rotary engine. And then something that'll have like a 2.5 liter inline 4 or maybe a 3-ish, 3.2, 3.6 liter V6, bigger chassis, bigger platform, 60, 70K, like higher end sports car.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe even throw in the hybrid. Just like you can have what you're talking about here. Don't call it a Miata because it isn't. And I say this as someone who absolutely adores the 3rd gen, which is the least Miata. That's more of a Miata than like 2.5 liter hybrid or, God forbid, full electric. So this reeks of them shotgunning ideas to the public. My feedback, if that's what they're doing, is don't fucking do it. Don't you fucking dare. Okay.
Yeah, they've never really had anything besides the RX-3s. They had the RX-3 for a little bit, but that's smaller than Miata, or the MX-3 or something. They're not Miatas, but they technically should be,
Yeah.
And then they had the RX series, which ended in the RX-8. So maybe it's time for Miata. Maybe it's time for the Miata to bring back like the Cosmo or something, but like radically new and sporty.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I've got. Speaking of radically new and sporty, hopefully, the new Maserati design. We hinted at this a little bit ago, I think.
No, we talked shit about Maserati last episode.
That's true.
I'm gonna be honest, I never see Maseratis anywhere. The only Maseratis I ever see are older. Maybe this is a more European thing. I actually think the one on the far right, like I don't like the Grecale, but that's because I don't like that's a beautiful car to me. That's actually very nice. That one, the SUV, not so much, but like the fucking hardtop is actually a pretty good looking car.
This one, the green one?
Yeah, like that's not a bad looking car. I don't know how it's going to drive. I don't know how expensive it's going to be, and I don't know how much it's going to break down, but that's actually not a bad looking car at all.
Well, you do know how much it's going to break down. It's a Maserati. It's going to break down all the time. And probably,
well, that's completely fair. But
it's not going to look like that in the sheet metal. It's going to have panel gaps all over the place.
Okay, that's also completely fair. But
well,
like,
I mean,
you get what I'm saying.
The render looks nice.
A nice looking GT.
It's
a
nice looking render.
GT car.
I don't particularly like the front grille, but I don't like big front grills anyways. That's more of a personal taste. I do love the little vents they've got in the hood. And yeah, we need more GTs. What the hell happened to GTs? And it's a very nice looking GT. It's a shame that it's a Maserati, but it's a very nice looking GT.
It doesn't have to be a shame that it's a Maserati, but Maserati's got a lot to fucking come back from.
Maserati's got to fix their shit. If Hyundai can do it, and I'm not saying they're perfect. Hyundai's still got its problems, but Hyundai put a lot of time and effort to not being a complete piece of shit. They're just kind of a piece of shit now. Maserati can do the same. They don't have to be complete pieces of shit. They can upgrade to being sorta pieces of shit. And then we can have nice looking Grand Tours that we might actually consider buying.
Something I will say about that grille is while it is a little bit on the large side, the symbol in the middle of it still looks nice, and it's not nearly as big as the current BMW grills. The BMW grills are still the fucking winner for just, oh my god, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I've never seen a Grecale in Texas at all. I live in Houston. I drive almost every fucking day on the highway. I've never seen one of these. I don't think anybody here owns one. And if they do, it's probably like 3 people in the entire fucking city. And the Houston metro area is huge.
Piano key shift buttons.
Piano key shift buttons?
Shift buttons at all?
Maserati digital clock. Authentic material. I don't know.
If you're going to put an actual clock in a car, it has to be mechanical. It's allegedly a luxury car brand.
Yup. Okay, so they're all-wheel drive. Huh. They've made it easier on the paddles to just shift into reverse, which is a big thing cuz like higher spec cars when it comes to the fucking paddle shifters and like the advanced automatics and shit, they are weird to get into drive to park and all that shit. It's fucking confusing sometimes.
I've never had a problem with that.
I hear about the problem all the time when
granted, okay, my car has an actual shifter and not piano keys, whatever the fuck that is. Do they have any interior beholder eye beauty? Yeah. Do they have any interior
the all 7 photos maybe on that last photo?
No, that's just the exteriors.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'd love to have some images.
Wait, go back down. Go back down. Maybe we can kind of get right there. Zoom in on that.
That's not really okay.
That's not terrible. Actually, why does that look like it? Why does that look like a fucking? Doesn't that look like a laptop in there?
Yeah.
That almost looks laptopy.
I kind of don't hate it. I kind of like the idea of driving along with one hand on the wheel and the other hand kind of resting on the console adjusting things. I can see what they were going for with that. I don't hate it.
Yeah. That might also just be a panel that looks weird from this angle and with the zoom, but that almost looks like a fucking laptop like type screen.
Digital dash, a steering wheel that is an actual fucking steering wheel. Probably mechanically connected to the wheels too. What an innovation. Yeah, this looks like a perfectly reasonable Grand Tourer. Pity it's a Maserati.
The Maseratis have never looked bad, but they're plagued with so many goddamn problems, and that's their biggest issue. It's not the look of the car. I mean, they're never going to be like super high priced, super fucking luxury cars.
Especially on the used market.
But if they were reliable vehicles, they'd actually be much more popular than they currently are.
See, I occasionally hear people in my workplace talk about how, it's amazing. The kind of people who are like I don't want to say fake car guys, but like soft car guys. They're not into cars. They're just into like shiny things. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And they talk about, you can get a Maserati for, a Ghibli for like 25 grand. And it's like, that's not a $25,000 car. That's a $25,000 lesson. You are about to get educated by an Italian. Because there's a reason these cars are so cheap used, and it's not because the owners are feeling generous when they sell them on. Which again, absolutely gorgeous Grand Tourer and an interior I don't hate from this distance, but it's a Maserati. So looking at it is going to be most of your engagement with the vehicle until, I don't know, bursts into flames or something. Maybe I'm just a cynic, but it really makes my heart ache to see something this nice, but it's a Maserati, so I'd never buy it.
Yeah, I think I've got a picture. I think I've got a better picture of the interior. Hold up.
All right, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on Discord. So this is another article for it. They're expensive. $199. They also got to bring that price down somewhat because people aren't gonna pay that much for a Maserati. But yeah, in the corner.
Some people are. Most people aren't. Most people are going to pay like 10 grand for them.
Yeah, I mean, used ones will go for 20, if not less.
So this is the 2024, but
this looks very similar to the interior from the one we were just looking at. So I mean, it's a good reference.
hate that clock is digital. It's a
Yeah.
luxury car. Like, its digital clocks are a sign of a deep and profound societal rot in that, like, there's no respect for tradition, and true luxury respects tradition. Yes, a digital clock is more convenient and high-tech and fancy. It's not more luxurious, because maybe I'm an old man, I sure as hell feel it in the morning, but you should not be putting a digital clock as the centerpiece in a luxury car. It should always be analog. It should have actual hands. It should make a ticking noise if you... Actually, no, it shouldn't make any noise whatsoever. It should be perfectly oiled. But it should tick. It shouldn't be this. I kind of like that center screen. It's not super obtrusive.
The control panel isn't bad. I've got another one with like a direct on the control panel. So let me send that to you real quick.
I've got it pulled up here. I kind of like it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's really not. That is not a bad looking car. The problem is the Maserati has too much of a history with being completely unreliable and broke as shit.
Yeah. From that angle especially. I am a sucker for like wheel arches. That is such a nice line.
We estimate this car will start at $215,000. I'm sorry, I don't know anybody that would pay above 100. These things shouldn't even cost as much as GTRs when they first came out. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just my belief. I don't think they're fucking even on the level of the like $110,000 that the fucking Nissan GTRs came out at.
Yeah,
they're nice. They're not that fucking nice.
So, moving on before I bore people to tears with a shit-talking Maserati. So this one is going to be absolutely scubtastic. I expect much wailing and gnashing of teeth in the comments over this, but I'm a fan. Polestar, which is Volvo's, is kind of Volvo's EV division branch thing. They're owned by the Chinese. Has been banned from selling cars in the United States. And people are saying, oh, well, Polestar can't sell in the United States, but Volvo can. Yeah, that's because Volvo still makes at least their hardware. Like,
Volvo doesn't, like, Volvo itself, Polestar, the brand owned by China, has a bunch of shit that is Wi-Fi connected to China, which is a national security risk for the U.S.
It's owned by China. It has
anything owned by China has to report to Chinese government. Yeah, that's how that works.
Chinese software, Chinese hardware, and it's an adversary nation, you stupid fucks. I don't care if you want the nice shiny luxury thing. Go move to China then. I don't care. So... yeah, it says it's actually built in the U.S., but won't be allowed to... I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It still...
if it has something that's Wi-Fi linked to Chinese servers, it needs to go.
Oh, well, I mean, I can't go too deep into this, unfortunately. Okay. But you can do your own digging and probably find out what I know. Most of those apps for your car, with like one or two exceptions I couldn't name, call back to servers in China. Like, they all fucking do it. If you have the app on your phone that lets you remote start your car or whatever, it's phoning home to China. Even the Ford app does that. And you can find this shit out on your own. So
why the fuck does the Ford app do that? Why? Ford! Why?
Because they offer cheap fucking data storage? I don't fucking disgust me. It angers me that people are going to put money and like personal comfort over national security. Fuck you if you do that, is my spicy take here. Yeah, my incredibly spicy, ridiculous, insane take is that I love my country more than I love cars. And I love cars a lot. So yikes. Go fuck yourself. Nothing more to say, really. It's can't buy these kinds of shit anyways. Like, okay, look at Polestar. They suck.
I see one or two of these a fucking year. Like, they're not that popular anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Also, they're all built in China anyways, except for the Polestar 3, which you can't have anyway, so I don't care. Yep, transactions pose national security risks as companies in these countries may be compelled to share data or allow remote access to connected vehicles in the United States.
I feel like this was either off the podcast. Yeah. It forced to. The companies from the maybe, they are B. Mm-hmm. They will be They are currently being compelled to share data with China. This is how China does things. If you fucking have any connection to China, you're owned by China.
Oh, the government owns all of the enterprises there and can simply compel them to give up this fucking data.
They have to own controlling stake.
Yeah.
You can't even start a business in China without giving the Chinese government controlling stake in your company.
And see, the problem
That's
is
how that works.
that wouldn't have been a problem like 10 or 20 years ago when cars were still relatively simple and weren't super huge fucking risks. But now all these fucking cars, especially the EVs, have got cameras fucking everywhere. I mean, they're practically rolling sensor suites at this point.
Yeah, they are. We talked about this either off podcast or like in one of the very early podcast episodes. We were talking about how Chinese cars are a liability to the United States because if some asshole in the military buys one, you could just blow it up on base, overload the battery and blow that shit up. Like easily. You could trap somebody in the car, burn them to death. Like there's severe security risks to these cars outside of the fact that they're just giant fucking data suites.
Yeah, I mean, a good chunk of them have the hardware to connect to Wi-Fi. So these things can just park and sample all of that traffic, potentially.
Yep.
Making any specific allegations, but potentially. So this is a good thing, and also Polestar's a piece
I'm not
of shit anyway.
Military, so I'll just say it. It's going to. If it's allowed to, it will.
Yeah, they're a piece of shit anyways. They say U.S. accounts for just 6% of Polestar's retail sales. Okay, I've seen some other articles of people whining about like, ooh, how am I going to get spare parts replacements? That's what you get for buying an EV. Like I know I go racing with people that race cars that they haven't made parts for in like 30 fucking years. They don't have any problem wrenching on it. Maybe you should stop trying to buy the newest, shiniest thing and buy something more old and traditional that you can actually take care of and fix. Just a thought, but then I'm an old guy. So, moving on from that, because I don't have anything else, to the oldies and the goodies. So, this weekend is the 4th of July, and it's not just any 4th of July, it is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, the greatest nation to ever live. God bless.
Indeed.
And what is more synonymous with America than the automobile? We may not have technically invented it, but by golly, we perfected it. And then kind of got overtaken by the Japanese a little bit, but the Japanese are honorary Americans anyway, so who cares? So, this is an article on the greatest American cars of all time, which I'm not taking as gospel, especially because of entry number 1, which you're going to love. But I'm going to use it as a springboard for some of our favorite American cars. Now, we were talking about this a little bit before the episode. I held off this question until now. What do you think qualifies an American car? Does it have to be like American, made in America by an American founded, American run company, you know, as American as Ford was? Or is a car made pretty much exclusively for the American market and made in America count, even if it's for foreign company? Principally Japanese.
My personal opinion,
talking mostly about Japanese companies here, because they're the ones that do this.
I'm going to be honest. You can make an argument for both, but for me, the greatest American cars of all time are like by America, for America, by American-made companies, by Americans.
Understandable. So this is Motor Trend's list. Yep. By 1913, 80% of the cars in the world were made in the U.S. Oh,
that was a lot of Ford. I'm going to be honest with you. Ford was probably
great.
At one time, wasn't Ford 50% of all of it?
Something like that, yeah. So number 1 on the list, no.
And no.
No, moving on. The Chrysler minivan.
Why? Just because it started minivans? I don't even like minivans, and like minivans are falling off now. So Motor Trend, the first 2 on your list are just rage bait. I don't know what else you're doing.
The Chrysler Airflow. Oh, they work with
something that hasn't seen the light of day.
Yep, they worked with Orville Wright to optimize aerodynamics. Now that's American as fuck. So
work with the people that created airplanes to make the good car.
Yep, so
that is pretty American.
One of the earliest kind of streamlined cars, I believe, built between 34 and 37.
And it also goes to show you how long Chrysler's been around.
Oh, yeah.
For them
now,
to be
this is one we can agree on. The GT40. Oh, my God, I love this thing. So
easily.
If you haven't, go watch Ford v Ferrari. It's an amazing movie, and it does this car absolute justice. The short of it is, Enzo Ferrari, as is tradition, pissed off an American, specifically Henry Ford II, so much he gave his racing team a blank check to beat the snot out of him, and we did.
Only did he gave his racing team a blank check and went to hire fucking Carroll Shelby to help to lead the team. And then Carroll Shelby brought on Ken Miles, and they perfected this to such an extent that it dominated for what, 2-3 years in a row?
I think it was. It won in 66, it won in 67, I think it won in 68. I think what stopped it winning was they had to change the rules so that cars like that couldn't win anymore. It kept winning until they changed the rules. Like, it fucked. Oh.
Yeah. This car fucked hard.
This car is amazing. Yeah. And
so,
it mentions the 2 generations of successors. And I know, okay, the like Ford GT90, the one Jeremy Clarkson said he didn't like it very much in practice. It's still fucking gorgeous. And the last one they made.
You talking about the newest one or
no, the one before that. The one that Clarkson.
The 2008?
Yeah, the original one that Clarkson got.
To be fair,
and to be fair, he's like 6'6".
Well, it's not only that. To be fair to that car, I think he bought a dud.
Yeah.
Because he said he loved that car when he was actually getting to drive it, but he never got to drive it. It was in the shop like 5 times in the first 6 months.
Yeah.
Or something like that. The car was in the shop more than it was out of the shop. So I think he bought a dud, and I think he was also a little bit too tall. The door needed a redesign.
And
completely fair.
It got it in this one, the newest one, which, oh my.
Which that car would have fucked so much harder if they just kept the V8, because that one was a twin-turbo V6.
I still love it.
It's still a gorgeous car, absolutely. But if they had kept the V8, that car would have fucked about 3 times harder than it currently does.
It's gorgeous, and also I don't think anything else does a back end like this. That fucking teardrop shape with the arches. Oh god, it is amazing.
And the way the rear end is designed for airflow is fucking awesome.
So yeah, absolutely one of the greatest American cars ever made.
Easily.
The Ford Mustang, the original Ford Mustang. Yes.
The original Ford Mustang spawned,
pony cars.
One of the greatest lines of, it spawned pony cars, but it's a continuing process of, they've never, since they were made, there's never been a time where Mustang wasn't being made. It's the only fucking American company like that.
Yeah. Brainchild of Lee Iacocca himself.
Which then Lee Iacocca actually left Ford later to start fucking Chrysler.
Not to start, but to run Chrysler.
Run Chrysler. You are correct. They didn't start it, he ran it.
Yeah. What else can I say? It created an entire genre of cars that has not been replicated anywhere else. Nobody.
The first generation is still so iconic that they're still like a mainstay at car shows today. That's how crazy these fucking cars are.
Iconic and long lasting. I mean, hell, there's people at my work that drive these fucking things in the summer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it needs no introduction. They're great. My favorite of these has to be the Fox bodies. Specifically the first generation of Fox bodies, the boxy looking ones. I
like the Fox. In fact, you like the Fox bodies. I like the fastbacks from I think early 70s.
I can see
or late 70s.
Yeah,
the fastbacks are beautiful cars.
Oh yeah, they're all. Some of the newer ones are okay, but for the most part, they're all beautiful.
Yeah,
the original Chevy Corvette.
Look, the Corvettes have always been beautiful, but it's the fucking ones during the space race where they were giving them to astronauts. Those were the true beauties.
Yeah, the Corvette is such. It really is such an American car.
Yeah,
they wanted to take these high-end, compete with these high-end European sports cars like the E-Type, but they wanted it to be affordable to the working man. They took a look at these European manufacturers making sports cars for the wealthy and privileged and elite, and they said, this is America. We're a blue-collar country. We're going to make a sports car for people who earn their pay. They built the fucking thing out of fiberglass to save money.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And like with everything good that comes out of America, because this is just such a classic American thing, it's like a small team of absolute nutcases.
Always.
Everything good you hear about, it's like, yes, this cool car, this cool rocket, this cool airplane, this cool gun. It's like, yeah, it's a small team of nutcases that work day and night and just built shit. And the Corvette is a great great example of that. The original Ford Taurus, I'll give it to him.
The Taurus had some good years. The
It
90s
did.
were not it.
The 90s were not good to the Taurus. Have you seen the wagon, the Taurus
No,
wagon?
but I owned a 90s Taurus as my first car. My dad backed into it, made me buy it, and then 4 months later, it hit the transmission mileage limit where every transmission on those cars break.
He backed into it.
Yeah.
I don't think it needed any repairs.
So
I don't imagine
my grandma's house.
I don't imagine anyone could tell the difference.
Yeah. He made me pay the $1,000 he had stored away. But you know what? That car was both a waste of money and a good way for me to get the learning out of the way.
I really like this. It's just, it's simple.
That front end is a Fox body.
Yeah, it's simple. It's not flashy. It's not trying to be something it isn't. It's just an honest, basic, probably fairly reliable car. Back when Ford made reliable cars. Rest in peace, Ford. Rest in peace, FOMOCO.
Yup.
Ooh.
Now, Oldsmobile, are they even still around? Did they finally call in and just go, nope?
That's been a thing in a while.
They did finally fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still hear the name every now and then. It's like there's still parts running around.
Mm-hmm.
So I still hear about them. I just don't hear anything current. But yeah, the Oldsmobile was a mainstay back in the day. So this is a beautiful car. I mean, look at that. That is a 2-door long hood.
Yep.
Fucking beauty of a car.
135 horsepower rocket V8 in 1949. So it was actually impressive for its day.
135 horse. And that thing probably weighs 5 times as much as our FRS's.
I'd still drive it.
I'd still drive it. It's beautiful.
Yep.
That's a show car. That's something you take and cruise.
Ah, the Willis Jeep.
Classic
American. Yep. I mean, they're absolute pieces of shit, but they're like proper pieces of shit. They are never going to break down on you. They'll break your fucking back, but they'll never break down on you.
Yeah, they're super easy to fix, even if they do. Like the original ones anyway, not the new ones.
Yeah, right.
But they were also fucking, they won us how many wars until the current war matrix where we have to fucking, have armored siding because people shoot at us from stupid angles.
They were our mainstay, like, light utility vehicle, I think, through Korea, and I think we even used them going into Vietnam. So, solid bits of kit. Actually, no, we did use them in Vietnam, because MASH. What was MASH Korea? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. But they also fucking were made by 7 different companies because I don't think Willys could make them all. So
Oh, no, Willys licensed them out. Yeah.
Willys licensed them out. I think the 2 biggest distributors were Willys and Ford.
We built 700,000 of them in like 3 years.
Yep. The Jeep is the car that saved democracy. That is the easiest way to put that ever.
Yeah, it is fucking kick-ass. I don't like how they say that, oh, it still underpins buyer's love affair with crossover vehicle. What the fuck does that have to do with this?
It's not a crossover vehicle.
It's a light
fucking
utility
off-road vehicle. Yeah.
Jeep XJ.
And
I'll give it to them.
Just go back to Jeep. The XJ is a fucking fantastic car. The XJ is what every Jeep guy buys when they can't afford a like actual, full-on Jeep. This is the car that they mod for cheap and still do all the Jeep things. Fucking fantastic. They don't look all that good for the most part until you mod them, but they're great cars.
Duesenberg SJ. It was a 1930s like luxury high-end car. I can't say I know enough about these.
1930s equivalent of the Bugatti Chiron.
Capable of 104 in second gear and 140 on top.
Supercharged straight 8 engine. How loud would this fucking thing be?
I think I saw specifically one of the short wheelbase ones at the Car Museum of Tacoma a while ago. I think.
Dude, that style back in the like very early days, fucking awesome looking.
Yeah.
That's still an amazing thing to see even today.
Ford Model 18 and the Ford Model T. Yeah.
Iconic.
Absolutely iconic. You can still
basically the shit that started it all.
Yep. Product of Henry Ford saying, let's build this shit as cheap as possible, not in the, like, Chinese crappy parts way, but in the just shave off costs on the line and then pay your workers enough they can afford them and get it out to the masses. The original, the classic, the American car, I would say. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it from them. Now we get to our favorite American cars, which I'd have to think
I've
about
got
that. You
two
go first.
lines that they missed. I've
Mhm.
got two lines that they missed. We have to talk about the Charger Challenger lines.
Mhm.
They just, I mean, those are also fucking Dodge is huge, and then the Camaros. The Camaros, I feel like got a pretty unfair shake on this too. The Camaros have been around for almost just as long. They just weren't continuous like Mustang. I think the only reason Mustang got into this article was because it was continuous the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
So Camaros, Chargers, and Challengers. The 70 Charger is probably the most iconic fucking vehicle on the planet when it comes to old muscle cars. My personal addition to this list is the Chevy Chevelle, the 1969-70 Chevy Chevelle.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not love that though? So go ahead and look up the Chevrolet Chevelle.
Oh yeah. The like the racer's car.
The big fuck off two-door.
Yeah. This, if you just like, I'm struggling to put into words, but this back in the day was the 8.6. Like, if you were a club racer who liked to go out on the weekends and just throw it around, you got a Chevelle. Absolutely.
These were everything you ever wanted out of it, dude.
Oh yeah.
So what's your top pick?
Unfortunately, in America, it is not named nearly as nicely as it is overseas, but the Mercury XR4 Ti, also known as the Ford Sierra Cosworth overseas. Ford sold
the Cosworth.
this was the homologation of Ford's Sierra, their like Sierra rally car. They sold under the Sierra badge in the UK. They were notable for being like one of the most stolen cars ever in that country because their door locks sucked, their alarms weren't worth shit, and they were fucking fast and nimble to boot. I on the Grand Tour, they had an anecdote about a guy who had a Sierra Cosworth and like 918 or something, and he had one like secure garage space, and his insurance company said he had to put the Cosworth in the garage and the 918 out on the street because they were more worried about the Cosworth being stolen. In America, Ford sold it under the Mercury brand as the XR4 Ti, which is not nearly as like awe-inspiring of a name, but it's I desperately want with the whale tail. I mean, this is the like stubby version of the rally, but yeah. Sierra Cosworth RS500.
So look up the Lotus Carlton real quick. So there's a story with this car.
It looks exactly the
same.
same.
You know the story of these cars?
I do not.
So in the early 90s, GM decided to build the ultimate high-performance executive sedan. They took a standard four-door Vauxhall Carlton family car, shipped it to the Lotus factory in England, stuffed it with a massive American-backed performance upgrade, 377 horsepower twin-turbo straight-six, and a heavy-duty six-speed out of a Chevrolet ZR1 from the year. Top speed of 177 miles an hour. This car was stolen, and in 1993 and 1994 in the UK, the people that stole it used it for over a dozen midnight fucking raids and heists across England. So this was a heist car that was built American, effectively, with the help of a body from somewhere else, and then used in heist and pretty much made itself. So in the UK, this car was infamous because they kept ram raiding with it. They basically just reversed the car through brick walls and storefronts and stole thousands of dollars in goods. And they did that a dozen times between 1993 and 94.
Damn.
But this is all American parts in a Vauxhall. So honorable mention, even though it's not technically fully American. I just had to bring it up because it's funny.
Also, I love that interior.
It's really good for an old car.
Yeah, but I want a Cosworth RS500. Failing that, I want a Mercury XR4 Ti, and then to convert it into a left-hand drive version of the Cosworth RS500.
I think a RS1800. I think it's what it's called. Let me look. Yeah, the RS1800. Really, really want a RS1800. Those things are fucking cool.
Ooh. Oh yeah, the Ford Escort rally car. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, aren't they gorgeous?
I miss when manufacturers made ordinary cars that were exciting enough to race.
Yeah, look up Ken Block's version of that car.
I presume that would be the Gymkhana one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yes.
Look how sexy that thing is.
Oh, yeah. That's Forza. Ooh.
These are all real cars that he owned. They were just put in Forza after.
Yeah.
So that Gymkhana 10 Escort Cosworth, that is also his car.
Yep.
But, I mean, these are just fucking iconic.
That's all I've got For America's 250th. All the classics, all the oldies and goodies culminating in our
Happy
face.
birthday, America, and let's hope for 1,000 more.
Oh, fuck yes. And on that amazing celebration, it's time to end. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good 4th of July, everybody.